Good afternoon, my dear students. In this class, we will read new chapter, which is chapter 7. The name of the chapter is division. So, first of all, we will know what is division. Here is the definition of division. It is one of the four basic operations of arithmetic. As we read other operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and now we are going to read division. We have already discussed about other three operations of arithmetic: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and now we are on division. So, division means the separation of something into different parts. The separation of something into different parts. And sharing of something between different people, groups, or places. For example, if we have 10 chocolates and we want to share these 10 chocolates into 5 students, then how many chocolates each student will get? To solve this kind of problems, we use division. As for example, if we are having 10 chocolates and we are going to share these 10 chocolates into 5 students, means we have to make 5 groups of 10 chocolates. So we simply divide this 10 by 5, then we will get question 2, means each student or child will get 2 chocolates. Okay. If grouping is there, suppose we are having marbles, 20 marbles are there, and it is asking that make a group of 4 marbles, then how many total group will be there? So as we have 20 marbles, we have to make group of 4 marbles. So we will divide 20 by 4. We will get 5. Means we will make 5 groups of 4 marbles here. So division helps us to sort out this kind of problems. We can also know that division is the dividing one number by another number. In general, you studied in previous classes how to divide a given number by another number. So here is the definition of division. Now see some terms related to division. I am creating this one. As you know that how to divide a given number by another number, that time we give different name of the numbers. Suppose we have to divide 20 by 5. 20 by 5. We have to find the result of this division. So the result of division which we get is called quotient. We write in this form. Then we divide by 5. We read table of 5. How many times 20 will come? So 5 4 ja 20. We subtract. After subtraction, here we are getting nothing. That is 0. So I have crossed. You may put 0 also. You may put here 0 also instead of cross. Okay. Now, the different terms here we use to say. This is called divisor. Divisor. The number by which we are going to divide a number is called divisor. The number which is going to be divided, this 20 is going to be divided, it is called dividend. Dividend. And the result of division which we get is called quotient. And whatever here we get called remainder. So these are the terms you know from your previous classes also. Here once more I am discussing with you. The number by which we are going to divide a given number is called divisor. The number which we have to divide is called dividend. The result of division is called quotient. And after division, here whatever we get is remainder. Our remainder will be less than divisor always. You have to remember this. Remainder will be always less than divisor. It becomes 0 also. Okay? As in this case, 20 is divided by 5. Here we write in this way. Then we need table of 5. So 4 times 20 come. Now we will subtract. Remainder become 0. So by this way you have to divide a number you have already divided in your previous classes. Now we have to read some properties of division. I hope you understood these basic terms related to division. We also know verification of division. Verification of division. Verification. As just now I have taken an example that 20 divided by 5 and I had written here 20 then divided by 5, so 5 for the 20 it is crossed, means in this case our divisor is 5. Dividend here is 20. Quotient here 4 and remainder 0. Remainder 0. So how to verify a division? Here you will write 4 answer. We write dividend is equal to divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder plus So to get dividend, we have to multiply division and quotient, and remainder we will add. After doing this, if dividend come, then we understand that our division is correct. As in this case, we will write divisor 5 multiplied by quotient 4 plus remainder 0. So 5 for the 20 plus 0, which will come 20, means our dividend division is correct. In this way you can verify your division. Now we will read properties of division. We will read properties of division. Our next topic is properties of division. Properties of division. The first property is that if the dividend is 0 and divisor is a non-zero number, the quotient is always 0. Once more relation, if the dividend is 0 and divisor is a non-zero number, divisor is never 0, then the quotient will be 0. As for example, first property, dividend is 0 and divisor is non-zero, means dividend is 0 and divisor is non-zero, then quotient is equal to 0 always. As for example, 0 divided by 2, quotient will be 0. 0 divided by 5, quotient will be 0. 0 divided by 10, quotient will be 0. Understood? We can't write 0 divided by 0. This is not possible. It is undefined. Means our divisor never be 0. The second property is when we divide any number by 1, means when our divisor will be 1 and dividend will be any non-zero number, that time the quotient will be the number itself. The second one is when divisor is 1, means we can write 0. If 0 is also there, then divisor 0 divided by 1. Here it is divisor. And divisor is 1, then our result is the number itself. 1 divided by 1, 1. 2 divided by 1, 2. 10 divided by 1, 10. 20 divided by 1, 20. Means from these examples it is clear that any number which we divide by 1, our quotient will come the number itself. As 0 divided by 1, 0 come, 2 divided by 1, 2 come, quotient. So this is our second property, that when divisor is 1, then the quotient will be the number itself. Third property is if the dividend and divisor are same non-zero numbers, the quotient will be 1. Our third property is dividend and divisor is a same non-zero number, that time the quotient is always 1. Example is here 2 divided by 2. It is dividend and it is divisor. It is dividend and divisor, and we have dividend and divisor both same, so our quotient will be 1. You can write also 10 divided by 10, quotient will be 1. 100 divided by 100, quotient will be 1, etc. Means when our dividend and divisor both are same, the quotient will be always 1. Now we will read division by 10, 100 and 1000. Property over here, only 3 property given. So the first property was, when we divide 0 by any non-zero number, the quotient will be 0. The second property was, when divisor is 1 and dividend is any number, the quotient will be the number itself. The third one is, when dividend and divisor both are same non-zero number, the quotient will be always 1. Now we will read division by 10, 100 and 1000. Division by 10, 100 and 1000. Just now we have read property that any number divided by 1, the quotient will be number itself. I am taking an example 3, 2, 1, 5. I am going to divide it by 1. Quotient will be 3, 2, 1, 5. Okay? If I am going to divide it by 10, 3, 2, 1, 5 divided by 10. In this time, we will get our quotient 3, 2, 1. Here is quotient QUOTIENT quotient, and here is remainder. So in this case remainder is 0, but in this case we will get remainder 5. When we divide 3215 by 100, our quotient will be 32 and remainder will be 50. When we divide 3215 by 1000, our quotient will be 3 and remainder will be 215. From this pattern, we understand that if we divide a number by 10, we get quotient by removing one's digit from the number, and one's digit is a remainder. See here, 3215 divided by 10. Our quotient is coming 321. 5 is one's digit. it is our remainder. So we divide any number by 10, our quotient will be from the number accepting one's digit or leaving one digit, and the one's digit will become the remainder. Similarly, when we divide number by 100, our quotient will be from the number leaving ones and tens digit, and ones and tens digit become remainder. As you have seen, 3215 divided by 100. So ones and tens digit I have left, and our quotient is 32 and 15 is here remainder. Similarly, when we divide number by 1000, our quotient will be the number leaving up to 100 digits from the number. Means 3215 divided by 1000. Then our quotient is 3 and remainder is 15. This you have to understand. And similarly, if question will come, write quotient and remainder without actual division. So like this you will think that what will be the quotient when we are going to divide. Take another number. Suppose we are having number 4562 and we have to divide it by 10. Now in this case we are seeing 2 is at one's place, so our quotient will become this one, means quotient will be, quotient I am writing Q for quotient, so 456 and remainder Q. If we have to divide it 4562 by 100, then we will leave 2 digits here, means ones and tens. That time our quotient will be 45 and remainder will be 62 and so on. So like this you have to write your quotient and remainder by actual division. I hope you understood today's class. Your homework will be exercise. Here I am writing your homework, exercise 7.1. Thank you.